Alright, what is going on, ladies and laddies? I hope your days have been dandy so far. And in today's video, I have the third episode of a continuing series, the France Chronicles. And today's episode is about a little kind of, I guess, bust up or a little argument that literally just happened. I think it happened like an hour ago in total because I just got back from seeing it and I thought, you know what, I'm going to make it a video. So, what happened exactly? Well, I went to my local supermarket in France here, and I was going in just from shopping. Now, I only needed a few items. It actually ended up being a big shop, kind of, because I needed a few items, but then I realized after I had those items in my basket, I could definitely use more of other stuff as well, come to think of it. So I kind of deviated from my shopping list, and on top of that, I also saw some stuff where I was like, oh, I think I'll get that, even though it wasn't originally on the list. And when I say shopping, I mean food shopping. I wasn't like shopping clothes or anything, just doing I guess, grocery shopping. So that's what I was doing. So I went into the supermarket, right, with my list, ready to start my shop, just have a fairly normal experience. And immediately I hear some loud voices right in front of the checkouts. And the way the supermarket is laid out is you go in through the main door, the automatic sliding doors, and then what happens is you are immediately faced by the checkouts. And then if you want to get into the main supermarket, the shopping area, you walk to your right through a gate where the baskets are as well. The baskets, the carts. But anyway, the key detail is that right in front of you are the checkouts. So I had a bird's eye view of this. So I walk in and I hear some loud voices, and I saw a group of three guys. And at first I thought they were just friends having a loud conversation because I kind of wasn't really listening to what they were saying because I thought, well, it's none of my business. But then when I went through the gate and started to grab my shopping basket, I then realised that they were actually arguing. So I took another look and I realised also some other staff and shoppers were stopped dead, frozen in their tracks, just watching the argument go down. So I take a look, and what happens is basically there are these two guys who were in the supermarket. One of them was kind of arguing less. He seemed to be trying to mediate the situation. But then there was this other guy who was pretty tall dude, don't know what height he was exactly, but he was arguing with one of the staff. And this supermarket usually has a security guard by the door, but sometimes the security guard isn't working. It's usually during high traffic hours. And this was at 4 p.m. on a Thursday, so it's not like there are going to be a ton of people doing their shopping. People are still at work, and on top of that, people usually do their shopping during the weekends anyway in France. So, anyway, there's this argument going on, and I couldn't hear exactly what was going on and what the argument was about. But essentially, I think my own theory is that this guy had tried to steal something and had been caught, and now he was arguing with the staff member, and because the staff member was shouting, saying, "Oh, get out, or I'll call the police," things like that. He's saying, "Leave and the premises now." That's like a rough translation. And the guy was arguing back, saying, "Oh no, you won't call the police." Also, kind of a rough translation. It was kind of difficult to hear what they were saying because I didn't want to hang around for too long because obviously you don't want to get roped into the argument. But that's basically what was going on. And then the third guy I mentioned was trying to get his friend who's arguing to leave. So this guy left, and then the bigger guy who was arguing with the staff member left, and then the staff member was kind of following them to the door to make sure they left. And then he said, "Et si tu reviens, j'appelle la police." So that's when I knew it was serious, threatening to call the police on someone if they come back. That means the guy was definitely caught stealing something, or, well, he was definitely up to no good, that's for sure. But my theory is he was trying to steal something. And admittedly, this is the first time that like anything like that has happened in that supermarket that I've seen. Usually everyone's like super nice who goes there, so this was definitely an isolated event. It doesn't happen very often, and that's why everyone was stopped, frozen in their tracks, staff members and shoppers alike, watching this go down. I swear this must be the hour where all the troublemakers are out, because after that had happened, later on, while I was doing my shop, I was in the drinks section and I was just looking to get some refreshments for my flat. And then I just saw these three teenage guys, probably I want to say around 17, 18, and they were kind of up to no good because they were this was right at the back of the shop, and they were just kind of I guess whispering and hiding out at the back of the supermarket is weird. Then some other shopper lady just goes up to them and like asks them why they were standing there, just hanging about. And then they just kind of muttered, "Oh, I wish, thank you, perspective." And then they just kind of went on their way, and I think they left the supermarket after that without buying anything. So I don't know if they were trying to steal something or not. They weren't related to this first guy at all. They had that was an isolated incident. They had nothing to do with each other. But this seems like the hour of troublemakers. And for me, when I go in, I usually like a nice, quiet shopping experience, just peaceful. And it always is like that. This was like the one time that it seemed like all of the troublemakers were out. But yeah, that happened. A big argument. It didn't get physical. It didn't really come to that. You know, there weren't blows or anything. It was just shouting, kind of a face off. They were getting in each other's faces, actually. The bigger guy who was doing most of the arguing was getting right in the face of the staff member. And this staff member was definitely a few inches shorter, but he wasn't afraid, man. They were going like face to face, right, locking eyes and stuff. And then eventually, the main guy who was arguing, the guy who tried to steal something or whatever he was up to, then left because his friend left. And I don't think they came back. They didn't come back while I was shopping, thank God. But yeah, that happened. So I thought I'd tell that little story as it literally just happened. But like I say, that is the first time that has happened in that supermarket while I've been there. And yeah, just moral of the story is don't act like a jerk or a lunatic while you're in a supermarket. You know, the staff there are just trying to do their jobs and get paid. And they were all super nice as well. So this guy was being a right jerk. You better get some negative karma for that or something. But moral of the story is don't be a jerk to, I guess, just generally don't be a jerk to staff and people who work at various establishments, whether that be hospitality staff or supermarket staff, whatever. Don't be mean to people who are just there to help you. And on top of that, if you're going to try and steal something and you get caught, then you don't have any right to argue because, you know, you're in the wrong, you got caught. I mean, this guy had some nerve arguing back to the staff when he was the one who was clearly doing something wrong. I mean, a staff member won't just threaten to call the police on you because you're because you're not like scanning your items quick enough. No, he was clearly doing something illegal. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please feel free to toss like my way and possibly maybe even consider subscribing. There's always something you can do. And I will probably be making more of these France Chronicles episodes. And on a side note, I have noticed that I have actually been gaining subscribers and views. So if you're one of those people who just recently subscribed, thank you very much. You know, that's really increasing my motivation to keep on making videos, and I am on the road to hitting 100 right now at this moment in time. On the 11th of January, I am on 83 subs, 17 away, and I really want to get that 100. So if you did like any part of this video and you are not subscribed, please do consider it, because if you like this, I will keep on making more. And for those of you who have already subscribed and are returning subscribers, thank you for sticking with the channel. And I will see you dudes on the other side. Peace out, people.